How were you?
You put your drug case up, you put your needles. That's what it looks like. Every time I see it, when I look at it, that's what I think about. My old movies where they pull out they have like a whole drug case and unzip it, and a little strap in there. Yeah.
Why can't it be, a case for Michael Jackson? I mean, those were drugs too, but they were controlled.
A case for Michael Jackson.
Let me be more specific. So, sometimes I want to say usually it's depicted like hard drugs in a movie, but I was thinking like the doctor who gave his medicine to Michael Jackson. I just imagine him.
I got you. Yeah, I got it. Well, I mean, they do have like in old movies where like the doctors made house calls. They do be having like pouches and stuff that they zip up. Like, hey, he's been feeling sick, and just unzip a pouch, and I'm like, I got some morphine to give him, or like some
cocaine.
Yeah, they do. They
Back in the day,
they did give him cocaine back in the day. That's crazy. That was.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of stuff was legal. That's crazy.
I was gonna say, it makes you think about the things nowadays that are good for us, healthy, whatever you want to call it, that is acceptable.
Yeah.
But maybe 50 years from now, what are they gonna say? Nope, that's not that. No, we should have been doing that.
Imagine taking a flight to Chicago and everybody's smoking cigarettes on the plane.
Yeah.
You're in a metal tube full of people just puffing away.
I saw a video. I'm always watching those videos, but where it was legal, and once the plane landed, everybody was dead on the flight. I don't remember if the pilot was dead, but it makes sense that he wouldn't be because how would the plane land?
I mean, there's one way to land a plane. There's a couple ways you can land a plane. One is manually, the other
is unintentionally. But yeah, everybody in the back, and they said what was weird was that none of the I think at that point they didn't have oxygen masks, which would have helped.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was interesting.
I don't know. I saw a video, not to go too far down this rabbit hole, but I saw a video on Instagram of this company. They're making, I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but they're making like seats that they can put on airplanes where you stand up.
I just went to Six Flags on one of those standing kind of seat things, and it was not comfortable at all.
Imagine being on a plane on one of those.
I would assume that it's going to be like one of those short, but even still, it's like 45 minutes to an hour.
I don't know.
Nah. And then the ones where it's like the double decker, and they're like, oh, we're trying to save space.
That's what they say. The company wants to sell them to the airplane company so they can sell more seats.
I don't get it. Like it's still space that you're using going up. And I mean, that's basically where the overhead bins were. So where are you going to
they're talking about like more people. So you can stack more people in.
I got you, but.
So not the up space. But because if I'm sitting in a chair, now if I'm standing up, that's more, once one person you can slide back. I mean, obviously, probably not me.
So when I sit down on the airplane, there's a little bit of space for me to stand up, but I can't stand straight. I'm not even a tall person. So in order for them to get a seat above my head, for somebody else to sit in.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about the double decker part.
Okay.
I'm talking about just the standing one. So
yeah.
So like if you got somebody sitting and then they stand up, so now you got 2 people stacked.
Yeah.
So you add it. It's like you add an extra seat within that little knee space.
Yeah. Nope. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. And then what about kids? Is it not going to be okay for kids? Are they going to be dangling their legs in the air? They got private part section. That don't seem like it's going to be comfortable.
I feel like all the meals are just going to be meal ready to eat, or MRIs, or MREs, whatever. Because you can't hold a tray. You got to hold it, so it's just going to pass everybody just paste. It's such on. It's just going to let everybody just have steak paste.
50 years from now, that's why people got cancer.
I don't know, but I will say this though: the more the future comes closer, the more I feel like we're going to be like they were in WALL-E. I feel like WALL-E is that's what's gonna happen. I
can see that. My question is that people still have to make money some kind of way. Like everything isn't going to automatically be free. So it's like if all of our and you weren't really hinting at AI, but I was thinking more AI. If everything is going towards AI, I mean the average person, what is their job going to be?
But everything, job wise, most jobs are online. The internet. What does AI need? Internet. if you have everything that uses the internet, everybody working online, there's not gonna be physical jobs anymore.
Ready Player One.
I don't, because I feel like if I was in Ready Player One, I would be living in the place with the RV stacked on top of each other. That's where I'd be living.
The majority of people are going to be there, and there'll be company men just basically barely living.
I don't want to do that.
You know what? I think like some of their job, like you said, some of their jobs were. I think that's why I said it, but their jobs were online in the virtual reality space.
That's where everything's going, man.
Ready Player One, man, I really enjoyed that book. The second book wasn't as good, but
yeah, you tried to get me to read it. I read it for a little bit, and then I was like, yeah,
it's good. Like it's real good.
It wasn't that I didn't like the book. It's just this is gonna sound horrible.
I know what you're gonna.
It's just reading.
Yeah,
it's just reading.
So, in order for me to make an authentic Bear Girl video series, I told myself, well, you need to read The Jungle Book and all of its sequels or whatever, because I don't know the name of the girl, and that would be very important because she's the main character. So I got it. I put it on my phone because I was like, well, let's try to move into the future and put things on a phone. And I read one page.
Yeah, reading is because I think I don't know if you tried to get me to read it or you gave it to me to read, but the Halo Reach book, I read like 2 chapters. I was like, it's good to read. It was very interesting. I was just like, and
and that was back when I was reading like.
Yeah, you read a lot back then.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know.
You read like probably like a book every like once book a month or every couple of weeks.
I think at the end of the year, I think I had read 33 books.
Yeah, you was going through.
Yeah, and I was it had to be a book that you read. So it was mostly Star Wars, like you said. It was some Halo, Ready Player One. So it had to be something in my head, something that you enjoyed. But I mean, I think that still stands true because nothing really made me feel like I was a Jungle Book lover. I mean, it's not like I'm a Disney person, so me not being able to read Jungle Book still kind of fits that ideology.
I don't know if it's because I feel like with reading, I think the issue I have with reading specifically like fiction books is my imagination gets in the way.
Why you say that?
So like when I read the book, it's like I'm gonna say this as if like I don't like this is what people do. But when I'm reading, I'm imagining what's happening, right? But then I start getting focused on what I'm imagining, and then I forget about the reading part. I'm like, oh man, that's amazing. I don't know if that's just me or that's what a lot of people do, but
it sounds like fun. It sounds like that could be a very creative avenue for you. Like if you want to start, you can start on a book and then like, man, this is really interesting, and then it makes your mind start going and you start thinking about things.
Or I could just lay down and close my eyes and my imagination will just do what it's gonna do.
That's my mind's been doing that a lot lately.
You have a very vivid imagination?
I have not been sleeping.
Oh yeah. You don't normally sleep anyway, so
no.
Which is it's sad, but at the end of the day, I guess it's sad, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like on one hand, that's extra time to do stuff with.
Last night, I was just there to bed 2:30 in the morning. I was like, forget it. I'm just like, fuck it. I got up, played with the dog, and I just started playing the game.
What'd you play?
I was gonna say Halo, Oblivion.
Oh, okay.
I had gotten pretty. I had look when I was over in Atlanta for. I guess it was a week and a half.
You was there for a minute.
Yeah. Shoot. And not only did I play a lot, I had did a whole bunch of things that gaming the system. It's like it's a weird progression system. I know you're about to say something. Where it's like the more you do something, the more you level up. So if you just jump in place, let's say 2,000 times, and you eventually get acrobatics level 100. And I know it's
crazy.
Let's not think about it. But
okay.
With what how I work, I wouldn't have been able to do that kind of stuff. So I actually had the time to sit there and jump in place 5,000 times.
Did you level up?
I leveled up quite a bit of things.
That's cool, man. That's good to know. No, all I was gonna say was I didn't say his name, old buddy from work.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you who he is without saying his name. He's the guy who always say I'm gonna do stuff, but then don't do it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He asked me if I was gonna get 2K26. I was like, probably not. Probably not. I'm good.
I don't. Why? Listen, so I bought 225 when it was like $15, and I have not even touched it. I haven't even opened it.
I bought it. I bought the digital version a week or two ago. It was like $8-9, and I hadn't downloaded it yet because apparently I have to create some space for it, and it's a whole thing.
Yep.
But when I get it downloaded, I'm gonna be in there.
I was really sad that you didn't get that, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You get what?
That Xbox Series X that I was trying to say. Yeah.
Well, because it didn't. Okay, for the people,
I didn't want to just put. That's why I stopped. And I know
all I was gonna say was like, I don't game enough to justify spending, let's say, a couple $100 on a machine, on a system. So granted, it was like a good deal, but I was just like, it's just gonna sit there. It's just gonna sit there.
I hear you.
Oh, like,
with the rumors of a PS6 possibly being announced next year, and then like what's that? Final Fantasy 16 just got released on Xbox. I don't even think I'm going to buy another PlayStation. And I know, PlayStation fanboys, everybody, PlayStation's better. It's super blah 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 blah, and PC rat, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I'm going to buy another PlayStation.
That's big for you, James. Because how many systems do you have in total? I'm not asking what you have. Just how many do you have?
I'm going to count. You can go ahead and keep talking.
Because I just know, like, when it comes to like games, video games, I'm not gonna say you are the go-to, but there's not a lot of options at my place. Just to say that it's above 10, isn't it?
No, I think it's about 8 or 9.
I'm close.
Yeah, I think I have given some away.
Now here's the other question: how many do you actively use?
3.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Which one is a Switch 1 and one is a Switch 2. And I to be honest, I don't even play the Switch 2 as much as I thought I would. But that's mainly because here we go. It doesn't matter. We don't need to go down. This is the place where we're talking. So the Nintendo Switch is very weird about what they're doing. They're doing something called GameCube cards. And they're making gaming very, very difficult and complicated for no reason. So they just reinvented like the whole UI to accommodate both of this on the Switch and the Switch 2. For the Switch 2, I can understand, but the Switch 1, it makes no sense. So everything that I have when it comes to Pokemon is on my Switch 1. And I didn't put the game cards on the Switch 2, and I could migrate everything from the Switch 1, but then I won't be able to play on both of them, which is understandable to an extent. But I don't know. I just like there's so there's something called Pokemon Home, which I feel like should be on both because it's not a game. It's not something that
it's just kind of like a home, a headquarters or something.
Exactly. So if I move it to and you would think that why not just move it to the Switch 2? Yeah. Because the Switch 2 I'm going to be using for recording YouTube videos, which we don't have to talk about. And those are supposed to be brand new. So like I'm restarting games. I don't want to restart the games that, yeah. So I know my situation was a little bit different.
That's a lot, James.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go through it.
It's okay. I just have one question. You still have the little box thing? What was the OG?
I threw that away. Ouya.
Ouya?
Yeah, I threw it away. Even with the controllers, I remember buying a second controller thinking we were all going to get down.
Like 4 games on it?
I don't even remember what games it were. They were
fun though. I'm not gonna lie. But it didn't make the rotation.
Yeah. It's so they're not the same, but the meta, the so they're short, small games, just like the Ouya, which they're fun to play for a minute, but after a while, it's like, all right, we can just sit this inside and play real games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I feel about the Oculus and like the VR type stuff, like I feel like they're fun to do, but and you can correct it because I've only played it maybe a few times. It's just a lot of setup, and you got to make sure you got the space.
Yeah, the space thing is the biggest thing, but the setup, they made it pretty easy. While everybody's just sitting there, I can just put it on and draw a little outline, and then you got your. But then I guess there's, yeah.
I'm not saying it's a complicated setup, but like it's not as easy as just pressing the button and turn on the Xbox.
Yeah, for people who for people who know about it, if somebody don't know about it, you got to tell them. Well, if you move the glasses to the point where it doesn't recognize your eyes, then it might drop you back to the setup menu, and then you got to stay in this square that only you can see. So me telling you about this doesn't really help because I can't see it.
It's a lot, James. But when you start it and when you play it,
yeah,
fun time. Fun time. What would you say is your favorite system to play?
Oh, huh?
What's your favorite system to play?
Like just game system.
I was more so thinking out of the ones you have, but yeah, if you want to do game system in general.
I mean, I'm just sticking with the tried and true Xbox.
Like X, S.
Oh, the Series X.
The series, all of them.
So obviously, all my fond memories are of 360. Now, I did have a time on a 360. I've had 3 or 4 Red Rings of Death. 2 of those E errors. Blah 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 blah. Xbox did replace 2 of them. One of them, I went to Game Crazy, and he was like, "Hey, if you give me $50, I'll give you an Xbox that's under warranty." So. I mean, I was
sounds super shady.
It was, but I gotta, all I had to do was pay $50, and I got another Xbox.
I feel like you in a back alley, and it's just a guy just like, hey, you look like you play Xbox.
I don't know what.
You got $50?
Listen, that man back during college days, he saved me.
I've been trying to get rid of this Xbox. It has a warranty on it. All I need is $50.
Pretty big. I mean, otherwise, I got a brick, you got a brick. You already got an Xbox, so what do you need another one for? Just give it to me.
Did he have a drug pouch? That's what he needed the $50 for. He had a habit, James.
That's good. That's good.
But okay, so Xbox. Out of all the systems you have, your Xbox is your go-to. Now, out of all the systems, what's your favorite? Like even ones that you like, maybe you had at one point in time, or you don't have it anymore. Like what's
So the N64 controller is my favorite. I don't, fight me if you want to. I know.
Really like. Well, okay. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
And that's just because of memories. The PS2 was probably like the one that everybody, the most staying power. It's like the greatest selling console for a reason. They're versatile during its time. You could play DVDs. At some point it had internet, but that was way after. Yeah. But I will go ahead and say the 360 because again, just the most memories.
Here's my issue with the N64. It was great when I had it, but I didn't have a lot of exposure to other games because I didn't play a lot of systems. So it's like whenever I had a system, I only had one. I just had that one. So then I branched out to playing other systems like the PS2, Xbox 360. And looking back, that 64 controller was trash.
I loved it. It was weird all the Nintendo controllers are weird.
It was trash.
What is the correct way of holding it? Do you hold it in the middle? Know. You hold it like this?
I guess it depends on the game you're playing, but I really don't know. But like I said, back when I was playing it, it was it was it. But now I'm looking back, I'm like, no.
Could part of it be because we were kids, and now that they probably didn't really think that through. I'm sure kids were on their mind. But us having smaller hands, like, was it better for adults?
I have no idea, Jeff. I don't think they care.
No.
I think they just want to put something unique out.
And they could have been limited by technology. Who knows? Maybe everything they put in it, they had to make it this size for it. I don't know how that could have been.
I mean, it could have went back to a Nintendo controller, which is just a phone turned sideways with button A, B, and arrows on it.
And for the Switch, they do allow you to buy these things. Like I would personally, like they have the original Nintendo controllers, a 2-pack. They got an SNES, they got a Sega, and I'd like to, but you can only play them with online Sega games. Like you can't just play them on everything, which makes sense, obviously, because like games nowadays, you got to use R and
There's a
R.
lot of combinations.
Yeah, so I can understand, but it's so limited. Like I barely even use. I've got so many controllers.
I mean, you got 8 or 9 systems.
They just be sitting there gathering dust, and to get like an SNES controller just sitting there, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to look at, but I'm not going to use it.
I think my if I had to pick now, if we're using nostalgia and memories for like a favorite controller, the GameCube controller.
That was going to be not my personal number 2, but when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, everybody agrees that the GameCube controller.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That because if we're adding memories, that's a heavy part of it because I don't. Outside of that, I'm not really using the GameCube controller. But yeah, man, that and the Xbox controllers are my favorite.
I agree, and everybody's talking about Xbox controllers are so bulky, and you know, to an extent, I can understand. I can understand somebody, a girl. You know, I mean, there's plenty of girls that play Xbox and have no issues with it, but a lot of times PlayStation lovers like to say, "Oh, the Xbox controller is just so big." I think part of that's because you heard other people say it.
I mean, it could be. I mean, because I'm not gonna say they aren't big, but because I feel like I've also just gotten used to it as well.
Yeah, and I mean, when I first picked up the Xbox 360 controller, I wasn't thinking that it going from a PS2 to 360. I wasn't thinking that it was big.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
The one that I can say without a doubt, because I even think is big, is the original Xbox controller, the one that comes with Duke.
Yeah, with the big X.
Yes.
Yeah, those are still better than the 64 though.
I can't go down that route.
It's still better than the 60. I mean, I'm not talking about size wise, just function.
Yeah,
they're better than the 64.
What would you say is your favorite system that you've played?
It's probably gonna be the 360, but I'm also coming from the standpoint of I haven't played a lot of systems. Like I played it. Okay, we'll go down this path.
Let's go for it.
I played a Nintendo, played a 64. Never played a Sega Dreamcast, none of that.
Okay.
So I went from Nintendo 64 to PS2.
Did you play the Sega Genesis?
No.
Okay.
I didn't play any Segas at all. Like I said, I went straight from 64. Well, I take that back because I had the Virtual Boy that a lot of people don't know about.
So I know, but I just never played it.
I had the Nintendo 64, Virtual Boy, PS2, Xbox, and the 360, the Xbox One.
Okay.
That's it.
I can understand 360, because the Xbox One is I'm not going to say you are away from, college friends and everything. So it's more isolated experience.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I have played, like, via you, I've played other, like I played the PS5. I don't think I played your PS4.
I don't know, but I want to say I offered you to. I don't know.
What was Infamous on?
That was PS3.
Okay, so the PS3 then. So I played the PS3 via you, and I think I played the PS5. I could be just thinking about the PS3 altogether. But outside, and then I played the Ouya. What is it? Ouya. I played the Ouya. I played the Switch because I had to turn the little, get the little. My hands are too. Oh yeah, the Wii. I played the Wii U. My hands are too big to use the little Switch controllers, man. It's just
so the
Mario
Switch
Kart with those things suck.
I agree. The Switch 2 controller is bigger. It's a little bit bigger.
It's still the same though.
It is.
You got these little buttons on the
top. So the Switch 1 controllers and everything is compatible with the Switch 2. So I believe at this point I have enough controllers where we can all, whoever plays, unless we play with like 8 people, but we can all play like as a regular controller.
And I think, to go back to what we were saying earlier, I think that's why I lean more towards the GameCube controllers on Smash because it's just easier. Even though let's just be honest, I was gonna lose anyways. But I have more fun playing with the GameCube controller because I at least feel like I have a chance.
Yeah.
With those controllers, I'm just the guy jumping in the corner trying not to get killed.
So, Super Smash Brothers is a game that the online and professional with any fighting game is so much. Oh my goodness, they're so advanced, especially like Melee.
Oh yeah.
And
hey, you gotta tell me, man.
I'm not going to try to get to like a professional level, but especially with Super Smash Brothers, because to me, Super Smash Brothers is supposed to be fun. I said you can't have fun with Mortal Kombat and all this stuff, but with Mortal Kombat, it is like it's a serious game. You know, when you play against somebody, you know that you are just there to just best man wins.
Let me tell you what frustrates me about Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with the game. It's all me.
Okay.
When I watch videos and like, oh man, like they, like the new Mortal Kombat that dropped up, like, oh, this is such and such fatality and all this kind of stuff. I could never do any of that. I could never do any of the moves that I see because I try to remember them, but I don't remember them. So just like when we did the Mortal Kombat tournament, and I was just pressing buttons. Somehow I got to the second round, but I was just pressing buttons. That's all I was doing.
And one thing I like about Mortal Kombat is like if you have stuck with it throughout the years, like and some moves or some characters they have like the same move. So back square,
yeah.
X. So back square. I'm gonna just say square for PlayStation. I went PlayStation instead of Xbox. Anyway, back square if you're playing for Scorpion is a spear. So like throughout 20 years, it's been the same. So once you learn that thing, like as you go, and obviously Scorpion, you got to do more than that. But
yeah.
So with Super Smash Brothers, it's more fun. You know, you're not you can let people fight while you go run around. You can like throw items at them, and it's just a little bit. I don't want to be that person who is like every time you play against them, you were just like, and just 5-0 somebody.
So, but you like doing that in Halo though. You like to be that person in Halo though, right?
So I'm not. I've learned.
You like to be the person in Halo who's just like, hey, I could beat all y'all if I really want to, but I'm not even gonna do that.
I'm gonna approach this 2 different ways.
Okay. I'm
3 different ways.
Okay, I'm listening.
Part of the fun is trying to go 25-0.
Okay.
2.
I have a comeback, but I'm aware.
I feel like certain circumstances, you all have a chance.
Okay, I'm listening.
And then what's the third one?
We're trash.
No. I have learned that I am not on that professional level. Just like three. I was somewhat up there, but as Reach and all these other games came out, I didn't keep up.
But we're not talking about professional. We're talking about you playing us. So my question is this is the question I've always wanted to ask you, James.
Okay.
At what point did you ever get to the deciding factor of like, what would be challenging? Trying to go 25-0.
I remember it was in the dorms. I don't remember. Maybe it was Rockets. It's probably with Jordan or RJ. I can't remember who the first person I did go 25. But once I did it, it was such just like with 2K, like trying to get 100 points. So like once you get that, it's like, oh man, like that is the challenge now. Let's do it again.
So what you're trying to say? Because I feel like you're trying to sugarcoat it. So what you're trying to say is you try to go 25-0 has nothing to do with you feeling like the fact that you can do it is you trying to challenge yourself. I feel like you do it because you feel like you can. That's what I feel. I feel like you feel like, I can go 25-0. It'd be pretty easy.
In college, it was an active achievement that I was trying. I was like, all right, I got it against RJ. I think I had against 2, maybe 3 people. Maybe Mark was one of them. I can't remember. So I did in college want to get 25-0 against everybody at some point.
Yeah.
But if I was to do it now, it's more of a joke. It's not like
Sure, James. I hear you, man.
Like if I did it, like if I got the 10 and then I died, like have you I don't want to say recently, like we play all the time, but do you see myself killing myself to get back to 0?
No.
Yeah, I think it's more just fun now.
I hear you, man. I just find it interesting the fact that you just was like, you know what? I could easily go 25-0 with these guys. Matter of fact, let's make it even challenging. All y'all versus me. Let's up the ante because I'm the truth. So we're gonna make it 25-0 versus all y'all. 4 people versus 1.
You can blame it on whoever that first person was. It was never my intention to be that.
It's all good, James. The truth comes out, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. I was like, when it came to Halo, like, I feel like I'm this way with all the games that we play, whether it's video games, board games, family games, whatever. Because I know me and Veronica were talking about this the other day. Like, I wouldn't consider myself to be super competitive. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm competitive in the sense of, like, obviously I'm going to play to win. Mm-hmm. But if I don't win, at least I had fun along the way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But but at the same time, if we're also playing a game where I know I'm probably not going to win, I'm not going to be like super. Like, oh, we gotta. Like, this is. I'm already down 37 points in Monopoly. Like, all right, you know, like how do you get points in Monopoly? I don't know, but I'm down 37 points. So like, why am I trying to be super competitive right now?
You tell me there's a Monopoly. I forgot. Like, I just saw a post not too long ago that Uno was like, you know, you can play a action card as your last card. You got to do points appropriately. I was like, I forgot Uno had points.
Yeah, I've never played with points.
Who the heck plays Uno with points?
It's probably some people. Just like Uno is. I feel like Uno is. I figure out how to say this. I feel like Uno is the ugly cousin to spades.
Okay.
You know what I mean by that?
Ugly cousin is new to me, but
so what I mean by that is like, because obviously spades starts a lot of arguments. Mm-hmm. Uno just starts just as many.
Okay.
Come on. Draw 4s.
I think it every time I play. People I play, it's all fun. Like I don't.
Well, I'm talking about like as far as rule wise, because everybody plays different ways. So some people play stacks, some people play series, some people play whatever. Some people play Joker Deuce. Some people play Ace High. Some people play. It's everybody comes with their own rules, and then they try to decide on one single way to play. But then the game starts happening, and then stuff happens, and people they get upset. And it's like, oh, why would you do? I got to draw 16 now. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm gonna say ugly cousin. It's not the nice cousin. It's not super close, but it's there.
I would love to see how they play in Vegas. Like, what do you draw until you get like the do you draw until you can play?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's if you play that way, I'm never going.
Here's a crazy thing. So because I saw them putting Uno at the casino, part of me is like, I could do that, mm-hmm. But then another part of me is like, don't let me be down and that draw 4 come out. Mm-hmm. I'm flipping the table, James.
And then not only like, can you quit in the middle? Like if you know you're not, I don't think anybody just quits Uno. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I just know Uno causes a lot of fights. Like because I feel like there's a lot of games that are like similar in like not game wise, but similar as far as attitude. Mm-hmm. Just like a lot of people don't like Monopoly mm-hmm. because it's so long. Same as a lot of people don't like Phase 10 because it's the same. Mm-hmm. They're both long games. Mm-hmm. Take forever. Like you start Phase 10 at 8 o'clock tonight, you get done 4 in the morning. Especially if you have more than 5 people. But that's just how I feel.
I've got some some new games. I don't lost track of which ones.
Do you know how many games you have in total?
We don't have to talk about it. I've stopped though. I've stopped collecting for now.
Oh, that's what you call it, collecting? For now. I thought you'd just be buying because you see it and you think it's fun until you get it.
Yeah, that's collecting was I don't really mean collecting.
I got you.
Yeah, I think for all of them has been like, oh, I think this will be fun. And now that I kind of think I want to throw out some of them, like Yamato, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I think we tried one time, and I was like, nope, that one's going to the bottom of the pile.
For the record, I feel like, I mean, obviously, because I'm always down to play games, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like the issue is with us, specifically you, because you own the games. There's usually, whenever we try to play the games, it's the other people around who's kind of like, But like you be like, hey, let's play this game. We're like, all right, cool, let's play. Everybody's just like,
Depending on if it's new people, then it's like, you know what? Sometimes I'll be like, all right, we're gonna play until you figure out what you want to play. We're gonna play what we play. Like that's kind of the attitude that I be wanting to take sometimes. And every now and then, like
that's why I try to get you to be the game master. Like, hey, James, like you decide. You brought all these games. You brought the bag of games. You picked and said, hey, I want to try this game. Let's play this game. Cool. Granted, to go back to my earlier point, that's my thought process. Everybody else could be different, but that's how I be feeling. That's why I be like, hey, James, game master, what we playing?
An issue with that is if it is a new game, it takes time for us to learn. So I kind of don't be wanting to
that is
pick a game and then we sit there and everybody like trying to learn for 20, 30 minutes and everybody's like, all right, I want to go home.
I'm not gonna lie. I said everything I said.
But now take it all back.
I'll take it all back. But you do remind me like, and be like, oh, we're gonna play this game, and then you pull out that instruction booklet, it'd be like page 12.
That's why we ain't played Fallout. That thing has 3 books.
It took us forever to play what, Villainous or whatever.
Yep. And to be honest, like I kind of remember how to play. So if we try to,
I don't remember at all.
Yeah, no.
I don't even remember what the pieces look like. I don't remember any. That's part of the reason why I don't be wanting to play Munchkins because it's just because I say it this way: if it was people who had already played before, cool. But when you offer to play it and it'd be like people who hadn't played. I know that learning curve is like, it's taking them 30 minutes to do one move.
Yes. Yep. Okay. That first round does go forever.
I'm like, all right, man.
And the crazy thing is with Munchkin is every time it's somebody's first time playing, they win. Every time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like you only got 4 cards to add up. Like it's not cool.
Right.
Cool, man. But yeah, I don't know. We do need to know. I've said this before, and I'll say this again. I don't know if you ever will do this, but if you ever get another house or if you ever build a house, whatever in your future, I feel like you need a built-in game room.
I agree.
Like, it don't have to be for both as far as like for video games and family games and all that. But like, I feel like you need a designated like if we come over to visit James, if we go to James's house, we're going to play in the game room. As opposed to like, all right, we'll take everything off the kitchen table. It's like there's an actual room with everything in it.
A perfectly sized high table with comfortable seats that go around the whole thing. Yeah, that'd be. I want a basement. Like come from Chicago, having a second story and a basement.
Yeah, I love basements up there.
I want a basement. But that being said, the square footage up there is not like the square footage down here. So I can understand, building like layers because you get sometimes you get it wouldn't be a shotgun style house, even though there are some up there, but they are they're skinnier. But anyway, I mean, shoot, people who watching, may not be from here, so they might be living in those conditions.
Yeah, it could be in a shack. I don't know.
Just like mine. Oblivion. I
you live in a shack in the game
with Bethesda games, or is it Bethesda? I think it's Bethesda. BioWare is Mass Effect. So Bethesda, they always have it so that you can buy houses in different cities, and the most central city in Oblivion has a shack, and I don't care, whatever. It's not like I'm actually going home and I'm spending all my time outside of there.
I have 2 questions, James, and we can wrap it up because I know you said we got it because of the battery. But like, first question, I feel like these are going to be. Well, I feel like this first question is going to be a doozy.
Okay.
And the only reason what I mean by that because I feel like I don't know if it's a question you can answer right now, but like, if you had to pick like one game that you could just like, if you were somewhere secluded for like a month, couple months. You only have one game that you can play.
Oh, okay. Ah, it would probably be a Fallout game. Definitely a Bethesda game.
Mm-hmm.
And I've recently, like, to me, I it's no, what's the word, no competition. It's a single player game that you can spend 60, 80 hours in. And then, like, I found somebody who was arguing against it, like those are the worst games, and I'm like, because you just find yourself just like on a permanent side missions. I'm like, you can play just a story if you want to. Like, how are you having a bad experience in the game that you determine your anyway? So Fallout, Skyrim, Oblivion, something along those lines. I thought you were going to say if you were going to find like one game to play like for the rest of your life. I was going to say Super Smash Brothers, just because it's somewhat versatile. And like I've at one point in my life, I was told, and I told you that I could literally sit down and play Super Smash Brothers for hours, shoot, a whole day.
I feel that. I feel like my answer would probably be something like Madden or 2K.
Mm-hmm.
Because my issue is I wouldn't want to pick a single player game that I eventually beat. Like even because I feel like if I'm somewhere secluded for, let's say, 3 months, I don't care how many side missions you got. I'm gonna be done them all
Mm-hmm.
after a while. If that's all I'm doing is playing a game, after a while I was gonna be like, well, that's cool.
I think the only reason like 2K can really get me, the only reason why I didn't pick 2K is like as soon as I win that first championship, I'm done with the game, and in my career, like
Mm-hmm.
and by that time I probably scored 5 or 600 point games, and then and playing 12-minute quarters.
I would see that shit, bro. I don't do 12-minute quarters.
I was gonna say, like, I at first, like when I'm first starting the game, I could probably play 4 or 5 games in 12-minute quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and then but and that's probably because you start off what's the word, low overall, so you're
Mm-hmm.
not getting as much playing time. But
5 minutes.
yeah,
That's all I give a quarter is 5 minutes.
once you get to the point where you playing like almost all of them 12-minute quarters, and then it's like, oh, I can play one game a day, and once I
Mm-hmm.
win that championship, I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, that will burn you out. That's why I do like 5 minute quarters. Because like 5 minute quarters, especially like you said, when you first start out, you're not playing the whole time. So you're probably playing like maybe 12 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you get to playing the full game, it's like you still ain't playing the full thing because they take you out sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, my challenge on 2K or Madden is what I do is like I try to go to like a team that's trash
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can win with them. Like once I get drafted and if I win with that team, like trade me to the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can win with them.
If I was an NBA player, like right now, if I can just reset my body to be like 6'8", the perfect weight, blah blah blah, and then just have whatever. Anyway, I would win the championship for the Hornets, the champion. I think the Wizards won. So all the teams that have not won one,
Mm-hmm.
and then just retire. Just like I don't even need to go win as many championships as I can. Just win one championship for each team that hasn't won one, and then just let me go.
They'll probably never win one either. That's just how I feel.
And I like Charlotte too. Like if I don't see what.
I like LaMelo.
Oh, not I meant like Charlotte the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Gotcha. I've never been.
It's big city feel, but not as big of it like a real big city.
So like where we are. Not exactly, but like.
I think because I'm here and I know.
Yeah.
Like in Charlotte, like I don't know how big it is. Like
I got you.
Yeah.
My second question is, because I know you've seen some anime, but like if you've seen I know we were briefly talking about it the other day, like the Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mouthful. But you've seen that, so you know the premise.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that?
Hell no. Like even if they specifically say, if you come in here and you die in the game, you die in real life. Hell no.
Well, no, not that, but like just because in Sword Art, well, I don't think they got to that point where you died. I think they did eventually, but like at the beginning, it wasn't that way.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if it was Ready Player One, then yeah, I mean, I'd be all for it. Like everybody get in. My concern would be just my concern in general is like how is electronics affecting our brain? Like not in like a psychological way, but everything has some kind of radiation. So and that's one of those things that I was thinking about earlier when I was saying like it's to the point where you can deal with it, but like if you're in there 24/7,
yeah.
yeah.
Would you like what would if you did do it? What would video game James look like? Because I just thought of because Ready Player One, and he looked whatever, and then old girl looked, but like everybody had, they look different than like what would video games James's character look like?
I think I'd probably have a not a preset. What do they call them? I'm just gonna say a loadout for all. So Power Rangers, probably Naruto, Dragon Balls. But I like my go to. I don't know what my go to would be. I don't know. What about you?
I have no idea. I asked Veronica this question the other day. It was a while back. If you could, because did you watch the movie The Rescue Rangers, the new one that came out?
No, I didn't finish it.
But you watched it, so the main character he had in the movie says he had the CGI surgery.
Yeah.
If you could do that in real life, to where like you could animate yourself in real life, would you do it?
I need to know how that affects things. Like I know it's like it's fantastical, so it's like it's not realistic. So for me to put realistic things onto it, it's kind of just absurd. But can I still reproduce? Like, does my body still work the way it used to?
Yeah, it's just a cartoon or your animation. People listen. People in animation have sex, James.
But can they have sex with real people?
Yeah. It's just you are animated.
But everything works the same. So like I still get diseases. I can still get cut.
Everything is the same as how the world is now. It's just the only difference is when I look at you, I see an animated person.
I'm going to approach it like I do with everything when it comes to my body. So I don't, get tattoos. I'm real basic. I'm what do they call it? Stock, not stock. Whatever. No piercings.
Factory.
Yeah, that's the word. I would probably say no. Even though I would love to. Like it sounds fun.
Would you, if you did do it, was there a certain style that you would do? Was it like a certain animated style that you would do?
I mean, shoot. Now that am I still fat? Like if I get Dragon Ball Z,
you would be like animated. You'd be animated fat.
Yeah, I can't like get muscles. Like I can't.
You look the same as you do, but you're animated. I mean, but like here's the thing about animators. Like animated fat people don't look super fat. They just look. You know what I'm saying? Like fat people animated are not really like fat.
I'm trying to make positives out of this. I think the only positives is people that would like look at you differently. Somebody like there'd be a level of fame to it, but obviously there's other people that probably do the same thing. So style. I mean, I just. I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z. Just keep it simple.
Cool. You had the little suit with the emblem and everything on it.
See, that's why. If I can't have his powers, then why would I dress up like him? Like I would.
Well, I mean, you don't have to wear his outfit. That's what I'm saying. It could be like a Dragon Ball outfit, but like, because is that his emblem specifically?
It's Master Roshi's emblem.
Oh, okay, well, never mind then.
Yeah, but I mean,
I didn't know.
Yeah, but everybody sees that and think Goku, so I mean, it might as well be his emblem.
Yeah, never mind then.
If I was to pick somebody out of, it's going to sound weird, but it would probably be Piccolo's suit, which is the weirdest one.
You want the shoulder pads and everything?
Yeah, because I mean, like Goku was like just as a gi, so it's like just a karate suit.
Yeah, but his looks functional. Piccolo can't walk through doorways because it's short pants. So you gotta walk in sideways.
And to be honest, Gohan when he was little, he did look kind of weird.
First, every time you go somewhere, you gotta fold your arms and just stand there.
And then
that's all Piccolo does.
People would be trying to pick fights with me because they Yeah. Okay. Let's think about this.
Sounds good, man.
I think if you do any kind of anime, it's probably somebody's gonna probably think that you can fight.
I feel like I would do a Studio Ghibli type of animation. I feel like they look somewhat lifelike. Mm-hmm. At least from when you watch like Spirited Away and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
They look closer to like regular people.
Yeah, when I think Studio Ghibli, I think immediately of like the characters, so like the cats and the little. Yeah. So I was thinking like you'd have exaggerated features, but yeah, the people do look like people.
Yeah, no, because the last thing I want to do is pick like Family Guy, which is like I'm a big guy with like little bitty feet or something. Like, nah, I don't want that.
I mean, it'd be cool if you can get like some toon powers,
Because I don't die now because I'm just
not just being able to. Well, yeah, just barely falling out of airplanes and just.
My only question is, if I were to animate myself, do I have to wear the same outfit every day?
Oh.
Can I change clothes, or they got to wear the same thing every time I go somewhere?
I mean, how many different Peter Griffin outfits do you know?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what makes me think. I was like,
yeah.
At least in Studio Ghibli movies, they change clothes.
I was gonna say maybe you can rotate through the Family Guy outfit, so you can wear Cleveland's one day, Quagmire's another day.
I want white shirt, green pants.
Who wears thinking about Goku's gi? Like who wears orange? Who wears green pants? Like
I don't know, man.
But if you're a cartoon, you can get away with it.
I got one last question. Okay. I lied. I got one last question. I saw this video the other day, and I'm curious to know how you feel. They convinced me otherwise. What's the worst movie adaptation? Dragon Ball Evolution or Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I have more loyalty to Dragon Ball, so it's definitely going to be Dragon Ball.
I would agree with that.
Then they convinced you it was Avatar.
No, they convinced me that it was Dragon Ball. I mean, I feel like we've had this argument. Mm-hmm. I've already told you how I feel about Avatar.
Yeah,
it's not a great adaptation, but I think it's an okay movie. That's if I just look at it just purely as a movie. Yeah. It's okay. It's watchable. Now, if I start thinking about like Avatar, like, oh no, this is trash. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. But the reason what they were in the video, they were saying basically Dragon Ball is worse because at least in Avatar, they were in their element. Like you got the Fire Nation. So they had the what I'm saying, they had the world. Mm-hmm. Dragon Ball was Goku in high school beating up people where his head was slide on a car or a fight. Like it was a random white dude just in high school. Like that's nothing Dragon Ball at all. You know what I'm saying? Like at least even though Avatar was horrible, at least it was Avatar. You had Aang, you had Zuko. Aang was an airbender. Zuko's at least the setup was there. The execution was horrible. Dragon Ball was like, we just gonna take Dragon Ball Z. Here you go. And we just gonna give you a movie.
You said he slid on his head, and I felt myself die inside. Like I just,
I
didn't even want to argue. Yes, like I don't want to talk about it.
He was fighting the bullies. Hey,
we can go on. We can go to something else.
The only person, I'll say this, the only person that felt like a Dragon Ball Z character in the Dragon Ball Evolution movie was
Chow Yun Fat.
No. No. What's the guy's name who played? Who's the guy who's dating old girl before Vegeta?
Yamcha.
Yeah, he was the only guy in the movie that was like, that's Yamcha. That was, I mean, as far as the little I knew about Dragon Ball, I was like, that's Yamcha.
You know what? I'm going to go on a endeavor. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to go on a campaign. That's the word. And try to revive Yamcha's image.
What's wrong with his image?
Everything. So, he hasn't been really relevant since Dragon Ball. Mm-hmm. And, once he got everybody, like obviously Goku Vegeta. Everybody has pretty much, even though they've leveled up. We don't have to talk about it. We got something else.
That's all I got. Unless you had something else you want to get off your chest before we finish.
I don't think I like Dragon Ball anymore. Okay. Let me not go that far. I was a big Dragon Ball fan.
Mm-hmm.
Super was fine. Tournament of Power went on a little bit too long, but Dragon Ball Superhero really took me from the fandom, and I'm waiting. Daima was okay. Like I was enjoying Daima for like the first 8 episodes, and then
is that the one where they're kids?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The second time they were kids with GT as well. Anyway, so I need Dragon Ball to revive their image because they are messing it up for me.
What you're saying is the Dragon Ball brand needs a sensu bean.
Yes, perfect.
That's what needs to happen.
And Akira Toriyama died.
Yeah.
So now, who knows? Obviously, like since he was the one person that was keeping everything, because now that he died, like the what's the word, the rights have been split up, so they aren't even releasing any more anime, like the manga.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
Meanwhile, the Avatar world is just blowing up.
Yeah, I'm excited, and Demon Slayer, I'm excited to see where that goes. And I was going to ask you about Nezha. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. We can talk. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Okay. But I'm excited to see, especially with this Aang thing, because you can't really put Aang against Korra because Aang was a kid, Korra, and there's like a little bit of they say like what Aang had done afterwards, but you didn't get to see it. So I'm excited to see Aang, and I'm excited to see what the next Avatar is going to be. But otherwise, all the other stuff that they're thinking about, like we'll see. Just those two projects in particular.
Yeah, because I know it's a show and then the movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know they got a movie with Aang and then a show. I don't know the premise of that, but
I don't know if it's going to be an Earthbender or Firebender. I think to me it should go Earth because I think Fire was right before Air, so I think they're going Earthbending.
I was also I know I keep trying to wrap it up. In the same video, they was also trying to figure out like who would they say is the weakest nation out of the Avatar, not avatars, but the
Fire unquestionably for me. But go ahead.
Fire is the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they the weakest?
Well, I want you. I go ahead. I can.
No, I need to know because I didn't really have an answer. I was going to ask you, but like, why would you say Fire is the weakest?
And it's probably just because of the plot and how things had to go. But you always had these Fire Nation benders that were just fighting everybody, and they always got their butts whooped every single time. And obviously they're foot soldiers. I understand, they're going against the Avatar. They're going against like main characters, so I understand why they were losing. But the only reason that they wiped out the airbenders because it was a surprise attack. Airbenders are typically peaceful, blah 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 blah. So if they would have did something,
also had the comment too.
Yeah, so I think that, and then like the what's the name, Ozai needed a comet just to amplify his power, but I don't know, man. Like it's all situational because that's what the plot demanded.
Yeah,
but I still feel like just they suck.
I feel like if I had to just give an answer, it'd probably the Water Nation.
Okay.
They just did like, even though like to your point, even though a lot of the Fire Nation people fought and they lost, I still feel like they was about that life. Water Nation just seemed like they'd be like, hey man, we don't really want that for real.
Okay, when you're thinking about actual, so I'm just thinking about bending in general. But yeah, Water Nation, they were secluded and they didn't really like to do. But and when I think about water in general, it's like water is just about everywhere. I mean, obviously you need water to bend it. So I mean, and you can get sweat and spit and all that other stuff. But it's like the fire is almost the only people that can generate on their own. So that is the only benefit I would think to having the fire bending powers. But water just to me is just more practical. So you can, like, if you wanted to, I can just go from United States all the way over to Europe just by water. So I can just make a whole tsunami, just wipe off a East Coast or something, and
Or you could do like the Avatar movie and just carry fire around with you so you could use it to generate fire. Because that's what they had to do in the movie.
Is that what up? I really don't remember the movie.
So in the Avatar movie, they didn't generate fire. They had to carry fire with them to use it. So they would have like a thing. I don't know, it's not a pit, but like a whatever they go, or like a cauldron, whatever. They would take the fire and then.
See, that's that stuff that you don't have to change. Like with Mortal Kombat, and I'm already not really liking Mortal Kombat 2 already, but it's like you don't with not the first, even the first Mortal Kombat movie, like you don't have to change it. Like they try to explain why these people have powers. Your target audience is Mortal Kombat fans. You don't have to explain how they have powers. We don't care.
No. Because I'm pretty sure they, well, not pretty sure, I know for a fact, they didn't explain anything in Minecraft, and people loved it.
Well, yeah, people in general did like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it made a lot of money. Like, now, whether it was a good movie or not, that's different. But, like, when you watch the movie, they didn't be like, hey, let's explain why this world is here. Exactly. It was just like, oh, I found this box. Boom, I'm in Minecraft world.
I literally go touch a button and I'm in a Minecraft world. I don't need to explain. It's fantastic. It doesn't. It's not real. You don't need to make me feel like it's real.
Well, you know that's been a big thing with movies here the last, I would say, 5 or 6 years. Because even with I think there was a big issue with. I mean, I get into this, but like with DC, because they try to make it feel like it was grounded. Like I mean, when you have literal gods, they're like, well, let's make Superman just everybody's sad and gloomy because they're in the real world.
And I can understand, like, Batman probably maybe not Batman, but I can understand making it relatable to a point that people can feel it. And make it realistic to a point where people can connect with it a little bit more. I can understand, but when it comes down to it, no.
That's part of the reason why I really like the new Superman movie, because it was kind of like we're in Metropolis. I feel like I said that incorrectly.
No, you did. But you said it right.
But I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? It's as opposed to like, we're gonna take Superman and just he's gonna be in New York. We don't need to be in New York.
No.
Right, just put him in Metropolis, make it be the world, and just have it go.
And every time I suggest this movie to people, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what? It is a little weird. Like, it's James Gunn, so it's not like don't go into it thinking it's going to be like a Dark Knight kind of movie.
No.
But it's still good.
Yeah.
Like that whole pocket dimension thing. That, like, if you were to take all the rest of the movie out and just do, like, if somebody just got that pocket dimension, even if me, I'd be like, I don't know about this. Like, Metamorpho, he looks weird. The baby looks like the Minecraft baby. I don't know. But if, like, with everything, the movie was good. That part was actually enjoyable, and that it's a comic book movie. I get it.
A lot of people kind of feeling a certain type of way because Fantastic Four is not doing that great right now.
And so what I hate is that Marvel keeps, like, trying to blame it on little things. Oh, well, Fantastic Four isn't popular, or, well, no, it's none of that. It's, you already admitted to giving us so much content that we got, like, you're not saying it's burnout because you don't want to like lead to the demise of your own genre. It's burnout. Like, we just got burned out, and we need to have a little, like, these little wins to get us back to the point where we have faith in you.
My only pushback is, like, and I saw somebody else say this. Let me not take credit for it, but I saw somebody else say this, and I kind of agree with them. Not to necessarily directly to your point, but just they were kind of mentioning that in a grand scheme thing. They were talking about as far as, like, the movie not doing well, and people were like, oh, superhero movies are down, and, like, his whole thing was, like, the guy I was listening to, he was like, his whole perspective was, like, he's not disagreeing that superhero movies are down. His thing was, like, it makes it look bad or worse when you say it that way, as opposed to, like, movies in general are just down. Like, movies, like, there's only been, like, one movie this year. I mean, granted, I don't know if this is true or not, because I'm just taking what he was saying. There's only been, like, one movie this year that made, like, over $1 billion, and that was Lilo and Stitch.
And I did not. I didn't finish that movie.
But that's what I'm saying. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, but obviously when you think about like superhero movies, they're not doing great. It's like movies in general, people are just not going to the theaters like they used to. So it's like, yeah, they're not doing great, but it's not like, oh, they're not doing great because of superhero movies. It's like movies just in general are not doing what they used to do.
And what I think is going to happen is that, we all like, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I think the general consensus is that Fantastic Four is good. Most people like Thunderbolts, so these smaller projects that may not have had such a big buzz about them or whatever, they're doing good, even though they aren't, they're good movies. I'll say that they're good movies. But then like Doomsday is going to come out and it's probably going to do a lot better. And then Kevin Feige and Disney are going to be like, you know what? Let's make more crossovers. Let's do more fan service. Keep doing that because that's what makes money. And then it's going to lead right back to where we were.
Well, the thing that I don't get, or that kind of, I think it rubs me the wrong way. It's kind of like how you hear a lot of people be like, I'm tired of, because the big thing that Marvel had going for it was its connectivity, which I've often said on this podcast and just to conversations in general. I feel like that's part of the reason why a lot of people are not with Marvel now is because or they don't like it as much as they used to, is because before, like the first few phases, you knew what we were working towards. This phase or the one before or the one up coming up is like it seems like everything is just kind of all over the place. Nobody knows what's happening. But a lot of people are like, oh, well, we kind of miss it being connected, blah, blah. And then you give a movie like Fantastic Four, which is not connected to anything, everybody's just like, but that's what you wanted. You wanted standalone movies. And now everybody's just kind of like,
I personally think, everybody I've seen, say they love Fantastic Four. But the
box office is not showing that though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, because I'm like you, I hear a lot of people say like, "Oh, it's a great movie," but then the numbers are just like,
yeah. I forgot what I was going to say.
That was my bad.
No, it's no problem. But okay, all right.
But I was just saying like, because I was having a conversation with Josh when he came down. I told him, I was like, that's just I've often said, I mean, outside of some of the projects Marvel has done not being the best, because they did come out and say, we tried to push a lot of stuff out, especially because of Disney Plus and all that. I understand that. But like, as far as a grand plan, I feel like the biggest issue a lot of people have with Marvel, or the reason why people are not that high on Marvel, is because you don't know where it's going. Especially when you're like, oh, we're working at K. Nah, scratch K. We're working at Doom. So it's kind of like there's no consistency as opposed to like the first few phases, like, oh, Thanos is coming. All right, we know. Okay, we get it. Even with the Avengers movie, like you knew, okay, they're building to Avengers because of there's this threat. If you do the Avengers movie now, it's kind of like, well, what's the point?
All right, so this is what I was going to say. I don't hear anybody else say this, but this is my personal thing. All you comic book pages out there, the one that's releasing the old news, this is what Marvel's saying, this is what Marvel's thinking. I don't want to say stop it, but if you are recycling old news over and over to get engagement or whatever, please stop. Because I'm tired of seeing Blade is still going, Blade is not going, Blade's still going, Blade's not going. I'm tired of you having like these reports that are being contradicted, that are contradicting each other, but you just keep on releasing them. And I think that might have something to do with it because people have an idea of what's going to happen. And I keep like even to this day, I just saw something a couple of days ago, Eternals 2. And nobody if you have a constant reminder about things that people don't like and that Marvel is still going along with it, then that's going to make them lose faith. I personally, if I wasn't as tapped in as I am, and I'm like one of these other people that get mine from the fringes, I don't know. Just stop it. Just stop. Just do relevant news. Well, current news is what I'm trying to say.
You see that brick wall you talking to? It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna do it anyway.
It's because as you said at the beginning, to get the views.
It's their page. They're gonna
We live in a world where in order to get people to click on your stuff, you got to trickle.
Again, like I was saying, I feel like those people that say, hey, this video is going viral or this picture is going viral. I think people are paying them to do what they say promotions on, or maybe promotions may not be the word, but you pay a page to put your video on their page because their page is successful. And that's probably the same people that's saying this video is going viral. And ain't nothing about that video going viral except you were pushing out there that it's going viral.
Possibly. I don't know.
But anyway, this is an episode of oh man, I forgot how we do it.
It's big and short.
Yeah, we're big and short. Thank y'all for watching.
I forgot myself.
Like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry. We'll be back soon.
Yep.